Hello friends, my name is Yoon and welcome to this video. Make your life a movie. These 5 words might sound a bit dramatic. This video is not a filmmaking tutorial, it's more like a reminder that sometimes you just have to press the record button or press the shutter to capture the moments because it might be a moment that worth documenting, and trust me, you will feel grateful when you look back on those moments. To me, color grading is a way to express emotions. Those moments being captured, they are just raw footage. They are good, but to make it better, we can color grade it to express how those moments felt in our heart. This video might be a little bit different. I'm going to do a voiceover on top of the clips I filmed over the past weekend, and I'm going to color grade them using Dehancer. To give you a quick idea, Dehancer is a film emulation software or plugin that recreates analog film stock for both photos and video. Disclaimer, Dehancer approached me and gave me a trial to try out their plugin. Honestly, this sounds pretty crazy to me and I appreciate the opportunity. But with that said, they did not impose any requirements on what I said about their plugin. So I'm just going to integrate Dehancer into my workflow and talk a little bit about my experience. So that's what I want to do in this video. It's going to be pretty chill, so just sit back and enjoy. On this day, I went grocery shopping with my mom. Not sure if you guys can relate, where the environment you grew up in hasn't really changed, but you don't feel the same anymore. It's not a bad feeling, just that you feel more deeply than you used to be. I'll be honest, the last time I went to a market like this with my mom was probably 5 years ago. If you're a tourist and happen to visit Malaysia, you have to experience a morning street market. We call it Pasar. It's full of character that you can instantly feel, oh, this is Malaysia. So we stopped by a few grocers to stock up for the week. Just a heads up, everyone who appears as the main subject in the frame, I did ask for the permission before I filmed. I wanted to document the moments happening in the Pasar and the true main characters of that place. Not everyone is comfortable on camera, but just be nice and ask around. Most of them are happy to let me film, and I just ask them to just be themselves. For these mid-sections, when I'm filming, I don't feel that intense, but when I'm editing, I don't know why, I feel a bit disgusted. I'm sorry if you feel the same when you're watching, it's just too raw. So let's transition to something cute. This uncle, we had a quick chat and found out he's been selling tofu for 15 years. I'm honestly stunned by his dedication. And here's my aunt carrying some pastry they bought for me. It's not only my childhood pastry, it's also a pastry I'm still loving it like now. And that's pretty much it. I didn't feel much because
it's so heavy and it's so crowded just now, so I stopped filming. This is so heavy. Oh my gosh. And this is just part of it. This is not all of it, but this is the biggest part of it.
I can't imagine how my mom does this every weekend. Kudos to all the mothers. Another weekend, we went to a little family gathering with our cutie pies, Oppa, and Nobi. This little one named Jojo, she's not from our family, but she's so cute. She came over asking for treats. Oops. Basically, we were just having a chill time together. Don't you think he's so clever? They helped me take some photos and instant film. And I love it. I really love it. We also took some family photos. Then I asked them to film a video. They are so cute, lining up like kindergartners. Just soaking in the greenery, to say the least, it was peaceful and amazing. such contented weekends. So you have already saw the video with graded versions, now I'm going to share how I grade it. I edit with DaVinci Resolve, but just to note that Dehancer also works on Adobe Premiere Pro, After Effects and Final Cut Pro. Honestly, my grading process with Dehancer is very simple. Usually I would just use an adjustment layer on top of all the clips, so I will use this adjustment layer as the main grading, and this helps ties up all the clips to have a consistent look. And if any of the clips are overexposed or underexposed, I will adjust them respectively. I'm going to explain that in a bit. So in this adjustment layer, I'll start with grading 5 notes and name them nicely: curve, log, HSV, and saturations. Dehancer. First thing, the log note. To convert the log file footage to Rec 709. Then the curve note. Now the Dehancer note. First of all, the source has to be Rec 709 because we just converted our clips to Rec 709. Then for the film, there are a lot of choices, but I will go with Kodak Vision 3 500T. And then by default, the print is linear, and I will change it to Kodak 2383 print film to complete the printed film look. For the grain, I like it to be more subtle this time because it's more like a documentary or vlog. I love the texture, but not too much for this one. So reduce it to a smaller amount, and then go ahead and enable the halations and bloom. Okay, now we need to boost up the color. You can use the color boost parameter in Dehancer itself if you increase or decrease the overall saturation, but personally I prefer to adjust it from the HSV and saturation node so it's more specific. So now go to the HSV node. Increase it. Same goes for the saturations for an overall touch-up. During the grading, you might revisit the previous note or two to fine-tune it and then go back and forth. It's common. After the fine-tune, I personally like to have a film matte, so go back to the Dehancer node inside Overscanned. And there we go. The final step is to check if there's any clip overexposed or underexposed. Then just click into the respective clip and fine-tune the exposure. And if you want to adjust the white balance as well, just the same method, add a node, name it, and fine-tune respectively. So that's how I graded with Dehancer. Obviously there are a lot of tools and options, but I can't go through them one by one because it won't fit inside a single video. Also, one downside I noticed with Dehancer is that it slows down playback and it takes longer to render cage. I'm using a MacBook Pro M2 by the way. It's not a big deal because color grading usually is the final step, but if I really have to adjust the editing after grading, the adjustment layer becomes handy because by disabling it, I can play back without lagging anymore. It's kind of like a trick. Now, I've mentioned that Dehancer works for both photos and video. For photo, you can use Dehancer with Adobe Lightroom or Photoshop, but if you are more to a mobile workflow, they also have Dehancer iOS app. It's a mobile version of Dehancer film emulation tool designed for photos and video color gradings on iPhones and iPads. It brings the same signature film-like color science of their desktop plugin, which has over 60 photographic and movie film stocks. And to complete the look, there's a variety of realistic film effects like film grain, halation, blur, film damage, and overscanned, so you can definitely find a look that works for you. It becomes very handy to instantly get a film look for the photos and video captured from your phone. There are a lot of methods for color grading, but Dehancer just makes the process so much easier. Their product even diverges from desktop to online and to iOS app. So while you're watching this, if you want to try out Dehancer for yourself, check the link in my description below and use this promo code for 10% off. To me, documenting these moments matter. It feels like I'm archiving my growth and organizing memories through time. Sometimes just ordinary moments like the clips you just watched, they are not epic or sensational, but they are real. Think of it in this way: when you try to recall an important moment in your life, you also remember things happens around it, and that's where your personal growth lives, in those in-between moments. Capturing them through photos and videos give those memories clearer timestamp. They are no longer just empty gaps, they become part of the story. So go ahead and document your life, be your own color artist. Life is like a movie, make it your own movie. That's it for today's video. I hope this gives you a little inspirations. If you ever use Dehancer or have your own way of color grading, let me know in the comments. Like or subscribe if you enjoy this kind of video. Thank you so much for watching, and with that, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.